What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne, and thank you for joining me in another video. Today, I am behind the wheel of a vehicle I've been waiting to get my hands on for quite some time. This is the 2023 Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy all-wheel drive, and it is an incredible machine for the price point. This is going after the likes of competitors such as BMW X5 or the Mercedes-Benz GLE, competitors that are known for being expensive, and Hyundai is aggressively attacking this market. So the Palisade is a vehicle that we are all familiar with. It's been out for a few years now. This is the refreshed model, and I'm just going to tell you the numbers up front. We're looking at a 5-year, 60,000 bumper-to-bumper warranty. So that's 5 years, 60,000 miles. And your powertrain warranty is 10-year, 100,000 miles. So just off the bat with that right there, they're already beating their competitors, right? Typically, you're just getting a 3-year, 36,000 mile warranty, just long enough for nothing to go wrong with the vehicle. And then once it goes wrong, you're not covered, right? So let's go ahead and start off with the exterior of this vehicle, and I'm gonna tell you why I love it. So just jumping out to the exterior, the paintwork is done in a deep, gorgeous burgundy. And up front, we have a grille. But instead of just doing it in flashy chrome, Hyundai's kind of taken a polished silver approach to the design. So it looks subtle, yet classy as well. Chrome just would have completely overdid it. So I love the new grille design on these refreshed models. And to take it a step further, the indicators, the turning indicators, have been hidden within the grille's design. I thought that was pretty clever. Of course, you're getting all LED everything, LED turning signals, LED headlamps, and of course LED daytime running lamps as well. The daytime running lamps have been integrated into the design in such a way that it looks like it's flowing through the front of the vehicle, almost like it's providing energy, charge, or life, like it's a blood vessel. I love that design work that went into those daytime running lamps. It's definitely appreciated Hyundai. Underneath the hood, we have a 3.6 liter V6 giving you about 290 horsepower. It's more than adequate for this vehicle. Drop your foot on the throttle, acceleration, it speaks for itself. It picks right on up, and it's a smooth acceleration as well. So this isn't one of those luxury SUVs where they cut the corner on the power. The power is more than adequate here. It does get the Palisade rolling. Coming to the side profile, we have the exclusive calligraphy wheels. Really provides a nice design touch to the side profile of the vehicle, as well as the silver door handles and trim accents. Really looks nice. This vehicle has some presence to it when you see it on the street. It is a vehicle that makes a statement, a car that speaks for itself, if you will. And I love that about the Palisade. Coming to the rear, of course, we have the branding back there done in silver accents. And if you open up the hatch, you're looking at about 90 cubic feet of storage. Now, speaking of the rear, I have to make mention that you have power folding third row seats. So at the push of a button, you can lower or raise the third row seating. That is particularly useful. The captain's chairs in the second row, those are manual. Drop those down and you have 90 cubic feet of storage back here. So again, the practicality off the charts. Your tail lamps, everything in the back, LED as well, just like it was done up front. So it just looks nice overall. The ride quality in this vehicle that I feel, it's nice and smooth. As a matter of fact, today is Easter, and I took my family to Easter service in this vehicle. And I'm gonna tell you a story. This is actually true. We were gonna take two different cars. Aside from my Mercedes SL, I have a Dodge Durango, and we usually take family trips in that. But I also get complaints a lot in that vehicle that the third row isn't adequate. When you sit in the third row of the Durango, your kneecaps are like where your chest should be, right? And I said, well, hey, let's try out the Palisade real quick and see what people think. And if you don't like it, we'll take two separate cars there, no problem. So I had occupants in the third row, and they were pleasantly surprised with the space back there. So the Palisade actually has 3 usable rows of storage. Hyundai didn't just throw a third row back there and say, oh, it's a 3-row vehicle. No, it's actually comfortable back there. So that brings us to the interior. Let's go ahead and discuss that. Starting with the third row, we'll make our way forward. So I already talked about the comfortability of the third row, right? But you also have USB ports on either side. And to take it a step further, the third row is heated. The third row is heated. This vehicle is coming in at $51,000. With everything I've already listed so far, you should be impressed already, right? The third row is heated. USB ports on either side in the third row. So Hyundai didn't just throw a third row back there and just forget about the people who have to sit back there and consider them to be peasants. No, they actually went out their way to make it comfortable and gave people USB ports and heated seats. Coming to the second row, we have captain's chairs back there. Captain's chairs. I love the individuality that captain's chairs provide. And they're quite spacious and comfortable. I sat in them myself. Now, they also have heated seats as an option, but they also have seat ventilation in the captain's chairs as well. So seat ventilation in the second row, along with your rear climate controls and access to USB. What more could you ask for? Now, coming over to the business end, where the driver sits and the front passenger is. Of course, the seats up here are comfortable. They have to be. They're quite spacious. 3 levels of heating and cooling, as you would expect. The second row got it. You know the first row is going to get it. Starting at the top of the dash, I have injection molded material, a 12.3-inch display screen here that is easy to use. Now, up front, I'll be honest with you, it does look like they just threw a bunch of apps here, and it's going to take you a while to navigate through them. But once you learn the car, it becomes easier to use. Now, my only gripe about this vehicle in its entirety is the fact that there isn't any wireless Apple CarPlay. And the simple fix for that is just keep an iPhone cord in the vehicle, and then you'll have Apple CarPlay whenever you need the vehicle to have Apple CarPlay. So that's quite simple. Coming further down, we do have air conditioning controls and ventilation as well. But look at the way it's been integrated into the design. The air conditioning vents seamlessly flow into this vehicle's interior architecture. Looks really nice. Now, you'll notice on the passenger side of the dash, we have gloss black accents with gray stripes. Really classy. Looks like a pinstripe suit, if you will. I love that about this car. Now, you'll notice we have black leather everywhere throughout, everything I mentioned. This is covered in black Napa leather. Guys, this is the high quality stuff. Now, with the things I've already mentioned so far, if you were to get a BMW or a Mercedes-Benz, you would be looking at around $80,000. And you guys know I know Mercedes and BMW, right? Hyundai's coming in with the Palisade Calligraphy. This particular one is around $51,000, right? You have an Alcantara or a suede-like material on your A-pillars. This is true luxury, people. Coming further down in the center console, everything is organized very nicely. Easy to use, user-friendly. You have knobs for your air conditioner system and a touchscreen as well. Your gear selector is electronic. Simply push a button for park, reverse, neutral, or drive, and you're there. You have controls for your ventilated and heated seats and your heated steering wheel as well. Coming further back, 2 cup holders, USB ports, and additional storage. Now, coming over to the steering wheel, I just mentioned the steering wheel is heated, and of course it's covered in that black Napa leather, very smooth and buttery to the touch. It makes you feel like you're driving something special, because you are. To get all these features in today's market for a vehicle that's around $50,000 is truly amazing. If you follow cars closely enough, you know this. Behind the steering wheel, we have a thin film transistor display, nice and easy to read, and it's configurable as well. You have different driving modes for this vehicle. You have comfort, sport, smart, even a snow mode, right? So they've made this vehicle be able to handle different types of terrain or different road situations. And the practicality is off the charts. If you are blessed to have a family of your own, this is an SUV that you might consider putting them in. If you don't have a family, this is an SUV you might be able to use just to transport things with its 90 cubic feet of storage. Not many vehicles are providing that at this price point, right? Coming over to the door panels, the top is covered in an injection molded material. We do have that gloss black accent that we saw on the dash on the passenger side with the stripes going through it. Looks really classy. Coming further down, we do have black leather accents on the doors as well with contrast stitching. Silver accents pop out from all the black, breaks up the black a little bit. So you have controls for all 4 windows, your side view mirrors, and your lock and unlock buttons as well. The speaker grills, they're done in a nice silver metal. Again, they pop out at you as well. And of course, there's storage on the bottom of the door as well. Now, I said a lot. Let's talk about the black Napa leather interior. It's smooth and supple and covers everything. But you guys know, with black interiors, the cars get dark. But that's not a problem in this vehicle. What we have is a large panoramic roof over the second row, and then we also have a sunroof over the first row, right? That's providing tons of natural light into the cabin, and you're not gonna feel like you're claustrophobic or in a cave in this vehicle. So I love the black leather. It's relatively easy to maintain. And of course, you got that natural light pouring in. Now, the vehicle's ride quality. What can be said about that? Well, when I drove it to church today with the family, we were on 285. If you're familiar with Atlanta, you know, that road could use some improvement, but overall, the noise from the exterior was not making its way into the interior of the vehicle. I was able to have conversations talking, more quietly than I am now, right? So you're able to have conversations in this vehicle at high speeds, and it's a vehicle that just is easy on everybody that's riding in it. It's a pleasure to drive, and even more of a pleasure to ride in, to just kick back and relax and be wafted along in a luxurious vehicle that has a price tag that won't make you live underneath a bridge, right? If you have a family, you can actually afford to have this. There are a lot of SUVs out there that are for families, and I've tested them, and they're like $90,000. And I'm like, well, if you have a family, you can't even afford to have this. That's not the case with the Palisade. Everything is within reason. You have pretty much every luxury feature that you could want in this vehicle. You even have a head-up display, a 360-degree surround view system with your cameras. You turn on your turning signals, the cameras will illustrate what's in your blind spot within the instrument cluster. They take advantage of the cameras that are there. You have the lane keep assist feature, the blind spot monitoring feature, the rear collision avoidance features. A lot of safety features, a lot of tech and luxury features packed into this car for $51,000, guys. In today's world, I don't care who you are, that is relatively hard to come by. And it's just amazing to me how far this company has come in just the past 5 to 10 years. I mean, between, the Palisades, Kia has the Tellurides. These are vehicles that people are talking about. And when they initially came out, nobody really took them seriously. But if I was one of the major German manufacturers and I saw cars like this coming off of Hyundai's production line and undercutting me by $10, $15, $20,000, it would cause for some concern. So if you're in the market for a large family SUV, the Hyundai Palisade Calligraphy all-wheel drive, or any of the Palisades for that matter, it might be a vehicle worth taking a look at. This is a very nice vehicle, and guys, if you're on the fence about this vehicle, I will 100% vouch for it. Go ahead and buy it. This vehicle is just amazing, and the wait that I had to endure to get behind the wheel and test this vehicle for myself was well worth it. I'm going to enjoy this car some more. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comment section. Please remember to comment, like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already. And until next time, I'm Ben Wayne. the automotive reviewer that YouTube deserves.